The ground trembles. Not from thunder. Not from an earthquake. The floor beneath your boots shakes as though it is alive. Every inch of the stadium vibrates because 50,000 people are screaming one name. Selena, Selena. In this story, in this life, that name belongs to you. Imagine it. The sound is not just loud. It pierces your chest, rattles your ribs, hums through your skin. It feels like standing in the center of a living storm made entirely of human energy, a storm that pulses with devotion, longing, and raw excitement. This is not just another calm story, not just another imagination to drift through. Tonight, you will live a life millions dream of. Tonight, you will step into someone else's skin. Tonight, you are Selena Gomez. But before we dive in, do one thing. Subscribe to Calm Celebrity, hit the like button, share this video, and comment below. Who do you want to live as next? Each video is a doorway into a new life, and you choose which door opens. Take a deep breath. Feel your chest expand. Listen to the echo of that name in your mind. Feel the anticipation curling like electricity in your spine. This is your moment. Backstage, the world is moving in perfect chaos. Dancers stretch, lean, twist. Muscles flex, calves tighten, arms reach skyward. Their movements are fluid, almost hypnotic, like water bending through rocks. Stagehands rush across the floor, coils of cable, swinging from their arms. The hum of the monitors fills your ears, faint voices of technicians calling adjustments, the click and snap of equipment settling into place. The scent of hairspray and sweat mixes with the sharp tang of stage lights heating the air. A crew member leans in, voice clipped, professional. Selena, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Your hands are clammy. Your chest is tight. Every nerve in your body is buzzing with adrenaline. The microphone feels almost alien in your grip, cold, smooth, heavy with expectation. Every detail backstage is magnified in your mind. A water bottle sweating on the table, a stray shoe carelessly tossed, a strand of hair that refuses to stay in place. Perfection is demanded of you, yet the world around you is chaotic. Your eyes catch the mirror propped against the wall. A stranger stares back. Red lips, sparkling hair, a glittering outfit. She is untouchable. She is the superstar the world worships. But inside, you are still the girl from Grand Prairie, Texas. The girl who sang into a cheap microphone in her bedroom, hoping someone, anyone, would hear. The girl who faced rejection, heartbreak, and endless auditions, and kept standing anyway. You whisper to yourself, breathe, just breathe. The chant outside grows louder, rolling, urgent, unrelenting. The stage manager raises a hand. 1 minute. The lights in the arena dim. Darkness sweeps over the crowd. Spotlights flicker and swing across the stage. LED screens flare to life. And there it is. Your name, burning across the massive screens. Selena Gomez. The weight in your chest grows. Every breath pulls tight against your ribs. The crew member leans in again. Selena, it's time. You clutch the microphone. Cold, real, heavy. Your heartbeat echoes in your ears. You close your eyes. 1 breath, 2, 3, and then silence. Not outside. The crowd is still alive, screaming, roaring. But inside, everything falls away. Fear, pressure, nerves, gone. Only one thought remains. This is it. The curtain rises. The sound that hits you is indescribable. Not noise, not sound, force, electricity. A tidal wave surging into your chest, rattling your bones, vibrating through every fiber of your body. The heat of the stage lights presses down, sharp and intense. The arena is a sea of faces, glowing, screaming, reaching. Thousands of phones sparkle like fireflies, tiny galaxies suspended in the dark. You step forward. Time freezes for a heartbeat, then chaos. Your voice breaks the silence. Hi, everyone. The crowd answers with a roar so massive it nearly knocks you off your feet. The band begins. Drums boom like thunder. Guitars scream. The floor vibrates beneath you. The air feels thick with energy. Your chest thrums with every beat. You lift. The mic. The first lyric leaves your lips. And then 50,000 voices rise with you. Every word, every note, echoed back in perfect harmony. Your song is no longer yours. It belongs to them. And theirs belongs to you. You scan the front row. A girl clutches a sign. Your music saved my life. Tears streak her cheeks. A boy jumps so high he nearly topples, shouting every lyric until his voice cracks. A mother and daughter hold each other, singing together, crying and laughing at once. You remember your early days, singing in your bedroom, dreaming of microphones and bright lights, hoping someone might notice, anyone. Facing rejection, heartbreak, endless auditions, waiting, praying, fighting. And now, here you are, alive, seen, loved. The fear dissolves. The stage feels like an extension of yourself. Every step, every note, every gesture flows naturally. The lights follow you. Dancers spin behind you. Sweat clings to your skin. The crowd's energy pulses through you like fire. You close your eyes briefly. You see your family, your friends, the people who believed when you doubted. You see every no that brought you here, every tear, every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every moment led to this. The song ends. You bow slightly. Your lungs burn. Your heart is a drum. Thank you, you whisper. The stadium erupts. Applause, screams, stomps, cheers, a tidal wave of devotion. For a moment, the lights, the noise, the chaos, all blur. Then clarity hits. The world doesn't just see a star. They don't just see a celebrity. They see you. The girl who dreamed. The girl who fought. The girl who fell and rose again. The band starts the next song. The show surges forward. But your heart is steady, calm, alive. For the next 2 hours, under the lights, under the roar of millions, you are not pretending. You are not acting. You are Selena Gomez. Not just the superstar, not just the singer, not just the actress. You are the dreamer, the fighter, the survivor, the storyteller, the girl whose music touched thousands, whose heart shaped millions. You are Selena Gomez. Every cheer, every shout, every tear. It is yours. Every note, every movement. It is yours. You are the voice that lifts hearts. You are the presence that fills stadiums. You are the inspiration that millions follow. And as the lights flare, as the next song begins, take a moment to feel it. This is your life. The life you imagined. The life you live now. for this moment. You are not dreaming. You are living. You are Selena Gomez. You are now in your kitchen on a calm morning. The sun spills through the tall windows, warm and golden. It slides across the hardwood floors, brushing your bare feet, and drapes itself over the counters like a soft, glowing blanket. Today, there are no cameras, no microphones, no screaming fans. Today it's just you, Selena, enjoying a quiet moment at home. You tie on a simple apron over a cozy sweater. The fabric is soft against your skin, comforting in a way the bright stage lights never could be. The apron smells faintly of lavender, a subtle fragrance from yesterday's laundry. You tie the strings carefully, the knot firm and precise, like you always do. There is a small sense of ceremony in this. You are preparing not just breakfast, but a moment for yourself. The kitchen is quiet, except for the faint hum of the refrigerator and the occasional chirp of birds outside the window. You slide open the fridge, inspecting your ingredients. Fresh vegetables, a loaf of bread, eggs, fruits laid out neatly. Each item feels ordinary, but in your hands it is special. It is yours. You pick up a carrot, feeling its smooth curve in your palm. It is simple, yet alive with texture and color. You grab a sharp knife and begin to chop, the blade making a crisp sound as it hits the cutting board. Slice, dice, chop. Each movement is rhythmic, almost meditative. As you work, you hum a soft melody, one that drifted into your head just this morning. Light, playful, happy. You pause for a moment, leaning against the counter, feeling the warmth of the sun on your face. Here, there are no expectations, no critics, no one waiting for a perfect performance. Just you, moving through your day at your own pace. The toaster clicks, signaling that the bread is ready. You pull it out and notice that one slice is slightly burnt. A small laugh escapes your lips. It is absurdly comforting. In the middle of fame, in the whirlwind of music and performances, it feels refreshing to mess up something so small, something so ordinary. This is my peace, you whisper softly. Cooking, laughing at myself. No spotlight, just me. You crack eggs into a bowl, the yolks bright and golden. You whisk them slowly, watching as the liquid transforms into frothy clouds. The sound of the whisk is gentle and satisfying. You add a pinch of salt and a little pepper, the aroma subtle and familiar. You move with intention, savoring each small action. The vegetables sizzle in the hot pan. Onions caramelize, garlic releases its rich, sweet scent, and herbs mingle in the warm air. Basil, thyme, a touch of rosemary. The smells wrap around you like a soft hug, grounding you in this moment. As you stir, memories drift in. You see yourself as a little girl, standing on a stool in your childhood kitchen, helping your mother chop vegetables, learning to stir sauces without spilling. You remember singing along to the radio while waiting for cookies to bake, feeling the magic of ordinary moments. Fame has changed many things. Tour buses, red carpets, flashing cameras. But it has not taken away this. The joy of creating, of making something with your hands, of moving slowly and mindfully through a task. You flip the eggs with practiced ease. The pan hisses softly, the sound familiar and comforting. You plate the breakfast, imperfect but beautiful. You taste a piece of carrot, crisp and fresh. You sip your tea, steam curling around your face, warmth spreading through your chest. Phone buzzes softly on the counter. Notifications, messages, reminders of the world waiting outside. But you ignore it. For this moment, it is not important. The world can wait. Today you are protected, cocooned in your kitchen where everything is simple, quiet, and yours. You. Another tune as you work, soft and private, letting your thoughts wander. You think of the early days, of singing in your bedroom, dreaming that someone, anyone, might notice. You remember the auditions, the rejections, the long days and lonely nights. And yet, here you are, alive, happy, grounded. You are both the dreamer and the person who made those dreams come true. The sunlight shifts, brushing across the counter and over your hands. You tilt your head, closing your eyes for a moment to feel it fully. You smell the toast again, slightly burnt, and you laugh softly. "This is me," you say. "Just me. No cameras, no stage, no pressure." The crunch of toast, the soft yolk of eggs, the earthy sweetness of vegetables. Every bite is a tiny celebration. Every sip of tea, every stir of a spoon, every hum of a melody is grounding. You are present in your body, your space, your life. Time moves lazily. You wash dishes, feeling warm water splash over your hands. Soap bubbles slip through, your fingers soft and light. You pause to look out the window. Leaves sway gently in the morning breeze. Birds hop along the fence, chirping softly. A squirrel darts past, alert, busy. You inhale deeply, filling your lungs with peace, calm, life. You chuckle softly again, another small imperfection, another burnt corner of toast, but it feels perfect. Light, human, real. You sit at the table, leaning your elbows gently on the surface. You look at the meal you prepared. Every detail, every ingredient, every aroma tells a story of care, love, and calm. The world outside is loud, chaotic, demanding. But here, everything is soft, measured, intentional. You taste another bite slowly, savoring each flavor. Chew carefully. Smell the herbs. Feel the warmth of the tea. Notice the sunlight on your skin. For a moment, nothing else exists. Not fame, not expectations, not messages, not deadlines. Only you. You set down the fork and close your eyes, letting the calm settle over you like a soft blanket. Your fingers drum gently on the table. You are grounded, connected, alive. You whisper softly to yourself, "I am Selena, just me. Right here, right now." The phone buzzes again. You glance at it briefly. A new message, a reminder of the outside world. But it doesn't matter. Not yet. Not this morning. Today, you choose peace. Today, you choose simplicity. Today, you choose yourself. You stand, clearing plates with deliberate, graceful movements. The rhythm of washing, drying, and putting away is soothing, almost meditative. Every sound, the splash of water, the clink of dishes, is calming, grounding you in reality. You step back and take a deep breath. The kitchen smells of herbs, toast, and eggs. The sunlight has shifted slightly, bathing the room in warmer tones. You feel connected to yourself in a way that no stage, no applause, no fame can replicate. And in this quiet moment, you recognize a simple truth. You are more than the lights. You are more than the crowds. You are more than the cameras and red carpets. You are Selena Gomez. Not the superstar, not the singer, not the actress. Just Selena. You lean against the counter, sipping your tea slowly. The sunlight warms your face. You hum one last tune, soft and private. The birds outside sing in harmony. You smile, small and content. This is my life, you whisper. This is my peace, my joy, my kitchen, my song. I am Selena Gomez. You take one last breath, letting the warmth, the calm, the light, and the quiet wash over you. The world can wait. For this moment, this morning, this kitchen, everything belongs to you. And that is enough. You put on the headphones, the soft cushion pressing gently against your ears. The world outside falls away instantly. The cars, the noise, the endless messages, the flashing lights. None of it matters here. Only you, the microphone, the instruments, and the music waiting inside you. On the desk in front of you lies your notebook. Pages are filled with scribbles, half-formed lyrics, lines you whispered to yourself in quiet moments. Fragments of melodies that have been floating in your mind. You pick up your pen, tapping it gently against the page, letting your thoughts wander. A rhythm begins to form in your head, a soft pulse that matches the beat of your heart. You lean closer to the microphone and hum a line softly. The sound is fragile, raw, imperfect, but it's yours. It trembles slightly, like a whisper caught on the edge of becoming a song. You stop, laugh quietly at yourself, and say under your breath, "Okay, maybe this line works better like this." You try again, this time letting the words flow more confidently. Notes rise and fall, intertwining with the rhythm in your mind. You hum a few harmonies, testing them, adjusting. Mistakes aren't frustrating here, they're invitations. Some of your favorite melodies began as mistakes, as lines that didn't make sense at first, but somehow found life when nurtured. Every lyric starts as a whisper, you murmur softly, until the world sings it back to me. The piano beside you beckons. You press a key, feeling the vibration travel through your fingers, through your hands, up your arms. You play a chord, then another, testing how it feels against the melody in your mind. Sometimes, the keys sing back to you, offering a new idea you hadn't thought of. You tap out a rhythm on the desk, letting your creativity flow through every movement. You smile, realizing how alive it feels. Yes, that's it. That feeling. That's what I wanted, you whisper, voice filled with excitement. You record a line, letting your voice fill the room. It's unpolished, raw, full of emotion. You listen back through the headphones. There's a small imperfection, but it makes the line feel real, human. You laugh softly. Oops. Actually, that sounds kind of good. You rewind and play again, trying a slight variation on the melody. You hum, adjust, tweak, let your instincts guide you. The microphone captures everything. Your breath, the slight catch in your throat, the gentle vibrato in your voice. Every nuance, every detail is a part of the song. You glance at your notebook. One page is filled with a half-written chorus. You read it aloud softly. And when the lights fade, I'm still me. You pause. Something about it catches your heart. You repeat it, changing the pitch slightly, letting your voice explore the words. The melody begins to grow, a soft arc that rises and falls naturally. Keep going. You've got this melody in you. You murmur encouragingly to yourself. Hours pass in a blur. You switch between the piano, the microphone, and your notebook, experimenting with chords, lines, rhythms. You try a high note that surprises even you, then laugh softly at the result. Okay, maybe not that high, you joke under your breath, then try again with more control. You hum a new line, scribble it down quickly, then sing it aloud to hear how it sounds. Your foot taps in time with an internal rhythm, a heartbeat that matches the energy of the music. You feel alive, fully immersed in creation. You pause to stretch, roll your shoulders, and glance out the small window of the studio. The sunlight falls in a warm glow, touching the edges of the piano and the notebook. Outside, the world continues, unaware of the song being born in this quiet, private space. But you don't care. This moment is yours. You pick up the pen again, writing a bridge you've been imagining for days. The words flow from your heart, from memory, from instinct. Sometimes a line feels awkward, so you mumble it softly, testing it aloud. Maybe this works better, like, I'll find the light in the darkest night. You sing it softly, listen, adjust, hum it again. Every attempt feels like a step closer to something real, something true. The microphone hums with your voice, layered over itself. You experiment with harmonies, letting your voice overlap in gentle echoes. Each pass makes the melody richer, fuller, more alive. You close your eyes and let it wash over you, feeling your heart swell with emotion. You take a sip of water, feeling the cool liquid soothe your throat. You smile, noticing how much energy you've poured into these lines already. Yet the joy of creation keeps you going. A sudden idea sparks in your mind. You gasp softly, thrilled. Yes. Yes. That's the bridge I've been looking for. You scribble it down frantically in your notebook, then sing it aloud. Your voice dances along the new melody, rising and falling naturally, blending with the piano chords. You pause to laugh, shaking your head. I can't believe this actually works, you whisper to yourself. You step back, listening carefully to the playback. Every note, every pause, every breath captured perfectly in the headphones. You notice small details you hadn't heard before. A soft vibrato here, a subtle inflection there. Each tiny imperfection makes the song feel alive. You hum a few more lines, testing a new ending. Maybe I'll change this last word. You experiment, sing it aloud, adjust, and finally smile, satisfied. Perfect, you whisper softly, almost in awe. You lean back in your chair, letting the music linger in your ears. The studio is quiet now, except for the soft hum of the equipment and the vibration of your own heartbeat. You feel proud, humbled, and exhilarated all at once. This is the magic of creation. The thrill of bringing something from your mind, your heart, and your soul into reality. You pick up the notebook one last time, flipping through pages filled with scribbles, crossed out lines, and ideas that didn't work. You laugh softly at the chaos of it, then smile warmly at the progress. Each mistake, each experiment, each spontaneous thought has brought you closer to this song. You are creating something real, you murmur, patting the notebook gently. Something that only I could make. The sun has shifted, casting long, warm streaks of light across the studio. You hum a final line, letting it float in the quiet space. The melody feels complete, alive, intimate. You smile softly, feeling the satisfaction of bringing your imagination to life. You remove the headphones, letting the quiet of the studio wash over you. You take a deep, calming breath, feeling the warmth of accomplishment fill your chest. Every note you sang, every lyric you wrote, every moment of experimentation. This is your music, your story, your voice. And softly to yourself, you whisper one final time, "This is me. This is my music." Every lyric starts as a whisper, until the world sings it back to me. I am Selena Gomez. You step into the rare beauty office, the morning sunlight spilling through the large windows, casting soft, warm patterns on the white walls. The air is filled with the faint scent of cosmetics, creamy powders, delicate fragrances, and a subtle hint of coffee from the nearby station. Today, there is no red carpet, no flashing cameras, no interviews. Today is about creation, experimentation, and joy. Today, you are fully yourself, immersed in your vision. The shelves lining the office are filled with colorful palettes, sleek bottles, and jars of pigments, each one a tiny possibility waiting to be explored. You pick up a lipstick, gliding your finger gently across the smooth surface. The texture is soft, silky, and alive, and you feel the excitement of what might happen when it meets skin. Maybe this shade works better blended here, you murmur softly to yourself, swiping. A small sample on your wrist. You watch the color catch the sunlight, shifting subtly with the angle. A smile tugs at your lips. You love how it surprises you. Your team surrounds you, laughing, chatting, and testing products themselves. Their energy is light, collaborative, and vibrant, and it fills the office with warmth. You reach for a highlighter palette, testing the shimmer on your cheekbones. You tilt your head, watching how the light dances across the product. Oh wow, that's bolder than I thought, but I love it. You laugh, holding your wrist up to examine it. One of your team members giggles, adjusting a swatch on the counter. This one feels amazing, you say, passing the brush to another team member. Try it on yourself. See how it catches the light in the sunlight coming through the window. The brushes glide across your skin, the powders and pigments blending seamlessly. You take a step back and observe, noticing how every color, every shade, every combination transforms, yet doesn't hide. It enhances, it expresses, it celebrates. I didn't want rare beauty to be about changing yourself, you say quietly, letting the words linger. I wanted it to be about finding yourself. The thought resonates deeply as you look around the office. Each bottle, each palette, each tiny tool represents not just a product, but an idea, a feeling, a possibility. You think of all the fans who will use these products, who will find confidence, joy, or self-expression through the things you helped create. The weight of that responsibility is humbling, yet thrilling. You pick up a blush palette next, your fingers brushing softly over the smooth, velvety surface. You test a light pink shade on your wrist, then a coral, and then a deeper rose. You laugh softly, enjoying the playful experimentation. Maybe we try blending this one with that shade, you suggest, pointing to a combination you hadn't thought of before. Your team nods, eager to see the effect. You all huddle together, mixing pigments, testing textures, adjusting swatches, and sharing reactions. Your laughter echoes lightly in the office as you try a bold red lip, swiping it carefully across your lips. Whoa, that's powerful, you whisper to yourself, tilting your head in the mirror. Yes, that feels strong. A team member watches, holding a brush and smiling. It really does. Bold, confident, you own it. You grin, feeling the excitement of creation surge through you. This is what you love. Experimenting, discovering, and building something meaningful. Rare beauty isn't just makeup. It's an extension of your identity, your values, your belief that beauty should be inclusive, expressive, and authentic. You lean over a counter, picking up a bottle of foundation. The texture is creamy and smooth, blending effortlessly into your fingers. You test it on the back of your hand, noticing the way it evens out your skin without masking it. Yes, that feels right, you whisper. Natural, radiant, real. You pause for a moment, reflecting on the journey that brought you here. From small sketches in notebooks to prototypes in the lab, every step has been guided by intention, creativity, and a desire to empower. You think of the fans who might feel nervous trying something new, unsure if a bold shade or shimmer is for them. You hope your products will give them courage, confidence, and freedom to explore. This is what I want people to feel, you say softly, almost to yourself. Beauty shouldn't be a mask. It should be an expression of who you are. You pick up a palette of eyeshadows, the colors vibrant and soft all at once. You test a gold shimmer, then a subtle bronze, blending them together. The light catches on the pigment, sparkling faintly. You tilt your head, watching how it changes with movement. I love how this one catches the light, you whisper. It's playful, but still soft. Like it tells a story. Your team leans in, holding brushes and pencils. Try this one layered with the other shade, you suggest. I want to see how it feels, not just how it looks. Laughter and chatter fill the office as everyone experiments. You step back, watching the colors, textures, and creativity swirl around you. There is joy here, freedom, and authenticity. Each brushstroke, each swipe of pigment, each subtle shimmer represents more than just beauty. It represents self-expression, individuality, and confidence. You reach for a small jar of lip gloss, testing it over the bold red you tried earlier. The gloss catches the light, creating depth and shine. You smile, running your finger lightly over your lips. Yes, that's it. That's what I wanted. The perfect balance. Perfect. One of your team members agrees, laughing softly. It's like it was made for you. You grin, feeling a surge of satisfaction. These moments, small, joyful, creative, remind you why you love this work. It's not just about products or sales. It's about connection, empowerment, and sharing a piece of yourself with the world. You step closer to the mirror, brushing your hair back and examining your face. The blush, shimmer, and lip gloss you've experimented with highlight your features without masking them. You feel confident, radiant, authentic. This is the essence of rare beauty, and seeing it reflected in yourself is deeply fulfilling. Beauty shouldn't make you feel different, you say softly to yourself. It should make you feel like yourself, the best version of yourself. You grab a notebook from the desk, jotting down ideas for new products, color combinations, and ways to make the brand more inclusive. Your pen moves quickly, almost instinctively capturing inspiration before it slips away. You test a few more shades, swiping, blending, and laughing at unexpected results. "Oh, that one's fun," you whisper. "Let's see how it looks under the sunlight." You glance out the window, watching how the natural light brings out hidden dimensions in the colors. It's fascinating. The same shade can feel different depending on the angle, the light, the environment. Your team gathers around again, smiling, suggesting ideas, and sharing excitement. You feel a warm sense of pride, not just in the products, but in the people creating them with you. Laughter fills the office, soft and genuine, as everyone experiments freely. "This is what it's all about," you say, smiling. "Not just making makeup, but making something that lets people feel beautiful, confident, and free. Something that celebrates them, not changes them." Hours pass in a blur of colors, textures, laughter, and creativity. You test one last palette, a soft combination of warm tones that feel effortless and natural. You glide a brush across your wrist, watching it blend perfectly, then smile to yourself. "Yes, this feels right," you whisper. "This feels like us, like me, like rare beauty." Finally, you lean back in your chair, letting the excitement and satisfaction settle in. The office is quiet for a moment, filled with the soft hum of brushes, chatter, and the warm sunlight spilling across the countertops. You take a deep breath, feeling gratitude for this space, for your vision, and for the ability to share it with the world. Softly, almost as a whisper to yourself, you say, "I am Selena Gomez. This is my vision. Rare beauty is more than makeup. It's a celebration of who I am and who I hope everyone else can be. Finding yourself, expressing yourself, that's the true beauty." You smile, looking around at the colorful, vibrant office, and feel proud, inspired, and fully alive. Today, you didn't just create products. You nurtured creativity, confidence, and connection. And that is the essence of what you wanted all along. The morning begins with the soft glow of the sun filtering through your curtains. But today, the lights you really notice are not the ones outside. They're the ones waiting for you on set, warm, bright, and alive, casting long shadows and golden hues across the studio. You step onto the lot, feeling the familiar hum of energy around you. Assistants moving quickly, crew members adjusting cameras, and lights swiveling into position. The air is charged with anticipation, but in this moment, you feel centered, ready. You adjust your outfit, smoothing the fabric over your shoulders. Everything feels deliberate, polished, intentional. The wardrobe team whispers suggestions, but you nod politely, confident in your own style. Your makeup reflects the subtle glow of the lights, highlighting the features you know so well. You take a deep breath, feeling both excitement and calm as your name echoes through the set. When they say action, you murmur softly to yourself, I disappear, and someone else is born. You walk onto the set, the wooden floor beneath your feet creaking softly. The camera rolls in its steady rhythm, the crew murmuring instructions. You feel a strange mixture of nerves and thrill, the kind that makes your pulse quicken and your mind sharpen. Every scene, every line, every gesture is a chance to step into another version of yourself. And yet, somehow, it always feels like an extension of who you are. The director nods, giving you a subtle cue. You take your mark, feeling the warmth of the lights above and the soft hum of the equipment around you. The cameras roll, and with the word action, you step into your role. The world outside the set melts away, the fans, the news, the endless chatter. And in this space, it's only you, your craft, and the story unfolding. A line comes naturally, and your voice carries across the room, measured, expressive. You glance toward your co-star, a small smile playing at your lips, as if sharing a quiet joke only the two of you understand. You feel your heart sinking with the rhythm of the scene, every gesture deliberate yet effortless. During a pause, you step off set for a moment, taking in the environment. Lights flicker across the walls, cameras swivel and adjust, and the crew moves with quiet precision. You stretch your arms, shaking out any lingering tension. A small snack rests on a table. Nearby, fruit, almonds, and a bottle of water. You take a bite, savoring the calm before the next shot, and hum softly to yourself. The makeup artist adjusts a stray strand of hair, brushing it behind your ear. "You're ready?" she says softly. You nod, smiling, feeling the calm under the intensity. You realize that being here, under these lights, is both exhilarating and grounding. The contrast is beautiful. As the cameras roll again, you dive into another scene. The dialogue flows naturally, your emotions raw but controlled. You feel every nuance, every glance, every pause, every subtle movement is magnified by the lens. The world outside doesn't exist here. Only this moment, this space, and the story you're telling. During a short break, you walk toward the corner of the set, glancing at the monitors. Your reflection stares back at you, framed perfectly by the camera. There's something grounding in seeing yourself, yet knowing the version captured is part performance, part reality. You take a deep breath and whisper, "This is where I shine," quietly, fiercely, fully. The director calls for another take. You step into position, feeling the familiar hum of adrenaline mixed with calm anticipation. Lights flare slightly, illuminating your face and casting delicate shadows. The camera rolls again, capturing each movement with clarity and grace. You let yourself melt into the character, your voice carrying emotions that feel both yours and not yours, like a dance between reality and imagination. Between scenes, you sit quietly in your trailer, sipping water, scrolling through notes for the next shot. You laugh softly at a funny text from a friend, the simplicity grounding you amid the glitz. The crew knocks gently on the door, reminding you of the next setup. You nod, feeling your pulse quicken in anticipation. but with a sense of control that only comes from experience. The afternoon wears on, lights shifting slightly, shadows lengthening. You move between sets seamlessly, adjusting your energy to fit each scene. A co-star smiles at you, a silent acknowledgement of the rhythm you both share. You nod back, feeling a quiet joy in the collaboration. During a short pause, you step outside the set, the sunlight brushing against your skin. For a moment, the studio feels endless, the sounds of cameras and equipment fading into a gentle hum. You close your eyes, letting the warmth of the sun mix with the residual glow of the lights inside. It's grounding, reminding you that both worlds, the bright lights of Hollywood and the quiet moments of your life, coexist beautifully. Returning to the set, you hear the director calling, "Last scene of the day." A thrill runs through you as you prepare. The camera rolls one final time, and every gesture, every word, every glance feels effortless yet intentional. You feel alive, present, and completely immersed. As the day winds down, the crew claps softly, a quiet celebration of a job well done. You smile, feeling the gratitude and satisfaction in your chest. The lights dim slowly, cameras shutting down, and the studio settles into calm. You take one last glance at the monitors, watching yourself captured in this moment, and you smile. Walking toward your trailer, you feel the warmth of accomplishment mixed with serenity. The day has been full, energetic, intense, and yet soothing in its rhythm. You peel off the layers of costume and touch up makeup, letting your natural self emerge, relaxed and calm. Sitting by the window of your trailer, you let the sun's glow warm your face. The world outside hums quietly, but inside, you feel grounded, complete. You take a deep breath, closing your eyes, letting the memories of the day settle into your mind and heart. And now, as you look at your reflection in the mirror, at your hands, at the calm energy filling the trailer, you realize it completely. You are Selena Gomez, radiant, kind, inspiring, and full of grace, beauty, and endless talent. You sit by the large window of your cozy living room, the sunlight streaming in and casting golden patterns on the wooden floor. The soft hum of music fills the room, your favorite playlist, a mix of mellow acoustic tunes and gentle instrumentals. Today, there is no schedule, no obligations, no pressure. Today is for you, your canvas, and your paint. You glance at the blank canvas resting on the easel before you. Its pristine white surface is inviting, like a world of endless possibilities waiting to come alive. You reach for a brush, feeling the smooth wood against your fingers. You dip it into a pot of vibrant blue paint, letting the color coat the bristles. As you lift the brush, a small droplet falls onto your hand. You laugh softly, amused by the tiny mess. "Not everything I make has to be perfect," you murmur to yourself, tilting your head as you start to stroke the brush across the canvas. "Sometimes it just has to be me." The first line of color stretches across the canvas, imperfect, raw, alive. You step back slightly, observing the flow and rhythm of your strokes. The music in the background seems to guide your movements, each note matching the motion of your hand. You dip the brush again, this time in a soft pink, layering the colors with gentle precision. Your fingers brush against a stray drop of paint, and you smile at the feeling. The cool, slightly sticky texture against your skin grounds you in the moment. You smear a little more intentionally with your fingers, feeling the connection between your body, your mind, and your art. Let's see, maybe this area needs a splash of yellow, you whisper, adjusting your palette and mixing shades carefully. The sunlight catches the paint as you apply it, revealing subtle textures and depth that weren't there a moment ago. You tilt your head, letting the color guide your intuition. A soft sigh escapes you. You feel peaceful, calm, and fully present. There is no rush, no critique, no audience. Only the gentle rhythm of creation, the soft hum of music, and the simple joy of painting. You laugh softly at a bold stroke you didn't plan. Oh wow, that's wild, but I kind of love it, you say aloud, almost as if the canvas can hear. You step back, letting your eyes take in the growing composition. Each line, each smudge, each layered color feels like a part of you, a reflection of your mood, your energy, your spirit. The brush moves instinctively now, gliding across the canvas with confidence and ease. You mix colors directly on the surface, letting them blend organically. Sometimes you dab your fingers, leaving soft smudges that give the painting texture and life. This is so freeing, you whisper softly. I don't have to think too much. Just let it happen. The music swells gently, and your strokes follow its rhythm. A soft instrumental verse seems to inspire a swirl of turquoise across the top of the canvas. You laugh at the unexpected pattern it creates, but you embrace it. The imperfection, the spontaneity, it feels alive, real. You pause for a moment, wiping your hands on a rag, but a bit of paint remains, smudged across your fingers and palms. You glance at it and smile. Each mark on your skin tells a story, a memory of this quiet, creative afternoon. Even these little messes, they're part of the process, you murmur. Part of me. You lean in closer, eyes narrowing slightly as you focus on a small section that feels empty. You dip a finer, brush into a soft lavender shade and begin to paint delicate strokes, letting your intuition guide you. The music continues to hum softly, a comforting presence, blending seamlessly with your movements. You hum along, soft and low, feeling the music's notes match the swirls of color. Your heart feels lighter with each stroke. There's a rhythm to this process, a harmony between your thoughts, your hands, your senses, and the canvas. You notice the way the sunlight shifts slightly, casting different hues across your creation. Each glance offers a new perspective, a subtle surprise. This is mine, you whisper, stepping back to view your work. Every color, every line, it's me. Your fingers are streaked with paint now. Blue, pink, yellow, a little smudge of green. You look at them fondly, smiling at the tactile proof of your afternoon. You bring a brush to your lips gently, tasting just the faintest hint of pigment that's lingered on your hands, and giggle softly at the silliness of it. You decide to add a bold stroke across the center, a deep, passionate red. The contrast surprises you at first, but as you step back and observe, it balances perfectly with the softer tones around it. Sometimes you have to take risks, you murmur aloud. Even in painting, even in life. The rhythm of the music shifts slightly, a soft instrumental bridge that inspires another layer of movement on the canvas. You mix a soft gold and let it trail gently across the surface, catching the sunlight streaming through the window. You watch as the shimmering streak reflects on your face, and you smile. This feels magical, you whisper, alive. You take a step back, noticing the painting from a distance. Patterns, colors, textures, and emotions all coexist here. Each stroke represents a moment of presence, a memory of laughter, of thought, of inspiration. You feel a deep sense of calm wash over you. Art doesn't have to be perfect, you say softly to yourself, voice almost blending with the music. It just has to be real. It just has to be me. You reach for another brush, a fine tip this time, and add delicate details. A few subtle lines, a tiny splash of white to catch the light. Small flourishes that bring the composition together. You work slowly, deliberately, letting the process absorb you fully. Each movement feels intentional yet free, structured yet spontaneous. The afternoon drifts lazily onward. Outside, the sun begins its slow descent, golden light warming the room. You notice shadows stretching across the floor, softening the colors of the room, blending seamlessly with the hues of your painting. You pause, leaning on the edge of your table, feeling a deep sense of gratitude. This is peace, you whisper. This is calm. This is my moment. You glance at your hands, now entirely covered in a mosaic of colors, and laugh softly. Look at these. They tell the story of today. You run your fingers gently across the canvas in one small section, smudging it slightly, then smile. The imperfection feels intentional, authentic, and alive. The music begins to fade into a softer track, almost like a gentle lullaby. You set your brushes down, take a deep breath, and step back to view your finished work. Every swirl, every stroke, every color feels like a part of you, an intimate reflection of your mood, your energy, and your creativity. Not everything I make has to be perfect, you murmur again, letting the words sink in. Sometimes it just has to be me. You smile softly, leaning your forehead against the canvas for a brief moment, feeling the texture under your skin. You close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath, savoring the sensation of accomplishment, creativity, and calm. Finally, looking at your hands streaked with paint, at the canvas full of your energy, and at the quiet, warm room that surrounds you, you know it completely. You are Selena Gomez, radiant, kind, inspiring, and full of grace, beauty, and endless talent. The morning air is crisp, carrying a gentle buzz that seems to follow you wherever you go. Today isn't just another day. It's a day where you get to be close to the people who have supported you, loved your music, cheered for you on every stage, and sent their hearts along with your journey. Stepping out of the car, you immediately hear the excited chatter of fans gathering, voices calling your name, small hands waving, cameras flickering like stars in the early light. You pause for a moment, taking a deep breath, feeling the energy of the crowd. It's overwhelming, yes, but also grounding. Each person here has a story, a reason for being, and right now, you are part of it. You adjust your jacket, smoothing the fabric, and give a soft, warm smile as a young fan tugs gently at your sleeve. "Hi," you whisper softly, crouching down to meet their eyes. The child grips a notebook tightly, eyes shimmering with nervousness. A small tear runs down their cheek, and without hesitation, you reach out and gently wipe it away. "There you go," you say softly. "Everything's okay now." The little, One's lips curl into a shy smile. I love you, they manage to whisper. You laugh gently, heart swelling. Thank you. You just made my day too. As you sign the page in their notebook, you feel a quiet wave of gratitude. These small moments are why you do what you do. You stand, brushing your hands together, and turn toward the next fan. They think I changed their lives. You murmur softly, letting the words hang in the air. But the truth is, they changed mine. A group of teenagers steps forward, giggling and holding homemade signs decorated with glitter and hearts. Selena, one of them shouts. We've been waiting for you all morning. You kneel slightly to match their height, grinning. I'm so glad you're here. Did you make these? Yes. We stayed up last night, one girl says, pointing to a sign covered in drawings of your album covers. We wanted to show you how much we love your music. You lean in, pointing at a small drawing of you singing on stage. This is amazing. I can see how much effort you put into it. Thank you. One boy shyly holds out a CD. Could you sign this too? Of course, you reply, taking it carefully. You've got great taste in songs, by the way. Which one's your favorite? He grins. Lose You to Love Me. It helped me through a tough time. You reach out and squeeze his shoulder gently. I'm so glad it helped. Music can be like a friend, right? I'm really proud of you for getting through that. A girl tugs at your sleeve, holding a small plush toy. I made this for you. You laugh softly, accepting it. This is adorable. You've got talent in everything you do, I can tell. Thank you so much. The morning stretches on, each interaction unique and heartfelt. A young boy holding a drawing of a cat with your name written underneath looks up at you nervously. I wrote a song too. Can you listen? You crouch down, encouraging him gently. I would love to. What's it called? Brave Hearts. He whispers. That's beautiful. Let me hear a line, you say softly, leaning closer. He clears his throat and sings quietly. You listen intently, nodding along, smiling at his courage. You have such a brave heart yourself. Keep writing. Keep singing. One day, your song will touch the world, just like you just touched mine. Between signing autographs and taking photos, you share small jokes with the fans, laughing quietly with them. Careful with that pen, you whisper to a teen pretending to sneak a doodle on your sleeve. It's my lucky one. They giggle, nodding, and you wink. I'll let it slide this time. A mother steps forward with her young daughter, shyly asking for a quick photo. You crouch down to be level with her, whispering encouragements and smiling widely. You look amazing today. Say cheese. The camera clicks, and the little girl beams. You move to the next fan, a teen holding a handmade banner. Selena, we love you. Thank you for everything. You reach out and hold their hands gently. No, thank you. You inspire me more than you know. The day continues like this, each encounter leaving a soft, warm imprint on your heart. Between the chaos of cameras and cheers, you find quiet, intimate moments. The way a fan clutches your hand, the soft "thank you" whispered directly to you. The excitement in their eyes as they see someone who has been part of their daily lives suddenly right in front of them. A boy leans forward shyly, offering a small handwritten note. "I wrote this for you. It's just for you." You take it gently, your eyes scanning the words. "Wow, this is beautiful. Thank you for sharing your heart with me. You have such an amazing way with words." As the crowd begins to thin and the last fans wave goodbye, you step aside, breathing in the energy of the day. Every smile, every handshake, every tiny moment shared has left a soft imprint on your soul. You watch them leave, waving back with a quiet smile, your chest full of gratitude. And now, as the noise fades and the warmth of human connection lingers in your mind, you feel it completely, softly, with a quiet pride. You are Selena Gomez, radiant, kind, endlessly grateful, and touched deeply by every heart that looks up to you, laughs with you, and shares this world with you. The auditorium is alive with soft anticipation, a quiet hum vibrating through the room. You step onto the stage, and even before the lights focus on you, you can feel the energy of the crowd, the subtle rustle of hands and feet, the soft murmur of conversations blending with the faint scent of fresh flowers on the stage. The smell of polished wood from the floor mixes with the faint aroma of coffee and pastries from the lobby, grounding you in the present moment. This is not a concert, not a performance. It is something far more intimate, far more real. You take a deep breath, the air cool and slightly crisp, and steady yourself. You glance out at the audience, noticing the eager eyes, the subtle nods, the people who have come seeking guidance, reassurance, or simply someone who will understand. They are here for you, and yet, in a profound way, you are here for them. "Good evening," you begin, your voice soft, clear, and steady. "Tonight is about honesty. Tonight is about connection. Tonight is about acknowledging that none of us are perfect, and none of us are alone in our struggles." A few people shift in their seats, leaning forward slightly, as if hanging on your words. You see a young woman in the front row, fidgeting with a bracelet, her eyes glistening with the hint of tears. A teenage boy in the back clasps his hands, together nervously, trying to hide his anxiety, and a small child sits quietly beside a parent, observing intently. "I want to share with you something very personal," you continue, your voice trembling just slightly, the rawness adding to its sincerity. "There have been days when I felt completely lost. Days when I questioned if I was enough. Days when anxiety and self-doubt felt heavier than the world itself. And I know I am not alone in this. None of us are." A hand rises in the audience. You nod encouragingly. "Yes?" The young woman speaks softly, almost a whisper. How do you keep going when it feels impossible?" You smile gently, your eyes meeting hers. "It's not always easy. There are moments when I feel like giving up, when the weight of everything seems unbearable. But I remind myself of why I started, why I care, and I focus on the small victories. Sometimes, it's as simple as getting out of bed, taking a shower, or smiling at someone, even if I don't feel like it inside. Those little moments are victories. Celebrate them." A murmur of agreement travels through the crowd, and you feel a small surge of hope. You move slowly across the stage, letting your presence be felt without intimidation. I share my struggles because I want you to know something very important. It's okay to feel. It's okay to cry. It's okay to ask for help. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is strength, and you are stronger than you think. A volunteer in the audience gestures toward a box of small cards with affirmations and mental health resources. You smile softly at the thoughtful gesture. Resources are important, you say gently, but so is the courage to reach out, to speak, to admit that sometimes we can't do it alone. A teenage boy leans forward, holding a notebook. Selena, I wrote something for you. It's a poem. Can I read it? Of course, you reply, kneeling slightly to meet him at eye level. I would love to hear it. He clears his throat, voice quivering slightly, and begins to recite. His words are raw, filled with emotion, describing days of loneliness and nights of doubt, but ending with a faint glimmer of hope. You listen intently, nodding, smiling softly at the courage in his voice. Thank you, you say when he finishes, gently patting his shoulder. Your words are beautiful. You are brave, and your voice deserves to be heard. Never stop expressing yourself. You have the power to inspire others with your honesty. The room feels warmer, the energy lighter. You see people leaning closer to one another, sharing glances of recognition and solidarity. Someone whispers, "She gets it," and you smile internally, realizing the ripple effect of your presence. You continue to share personal stories. The nights you felt anxious, the days when self-doubt clouded your mind, the small victories that slowly built your confidence. Recovery isn't linear, you say. Some days are harder than others, and that's okay. Being gentle with yourself is not weakness, it is love. A young woman in the audience raises her hand, voice trembling slightly. Selena, how do you talk to yourself when you feel like you've failed? You take a slow breath. I remind myself that failure is not the end. It's part of growth. I talk to myself as I would to a friend. I remind myself of my worth, my accomplishments, and the love that surrounds me. You must be kind to yourself, always. Your mind is your home, and it deserves tenderness. A small boy shyly approaches, with a drawing of you singing on stage. I made this, he whispers. Thank you for helping me feel brave. You kneel, taking the drawing carefully. This is wonderful. Thank you for sharing this with me. You are brave, and your courage will take you far. Remember, it's okay to feel. It's okay to express yourself. Your voice matters. The questions continue. Some stories of struggle, some hesitant questions, some cries for advice. But you answer each one with honesty, warmth, and unwavering care. The audience hangs on every word, absorbing the sincerity, comforted by the shared vulnerability in the room. Between the questions, you glance around, noticing the diversity of experiences, the bravery in every face, the resilience in every posture. You realize that your openness has created a sanctuary, a moment of collective understanding, a space where no one feels alone. A volunteer whispers to you about the time, giving a gentle cue that the session is nearly over. You take a deep breath, letting the words settle in your heart and theirs. I share this because I want each of you to know something vital. You are not alone. Your struggles are valid. Your feelings matter. And there is strength in speaking your truth, in seeking help, and in loving yourself through it all. A soft applause rises, building into a warm, heartfelt wave that fills the room. You smile, feeling your chest swell with gratitude and humility. Hands reach out to shake yours. Hugs are exchanged, and whispered thank yous brush against your ears. Each connection feels like a thread weaving a tapestry of shared strength, courage, and hope. As the last few attendees wave goodbye and leave the stage area, you stand quietly, taking a moment to let the resonance of the day sink in. The lights dim slightly, the room settling into a calm, reflective silence. The echoes of laughter, tears, and whispers linger like a gentle reminder that every effort matters. Every voice matters. You feel a profound sense of fulfillment and purpose. These moments are far more than speeches or presentations. They are bridges connecting hearts, validating struggles, and nurturing hope. You realize that by embracing your vulnerability, you empower others to embrace theirs. And now, as the room empties and the day comes to a close, you feel it fully, with quiet pride and gentle strength. You are Selena Gomez, brave, compassionate, and endlessly inspiring. A beacon of hope for anyone struggling, and a reminder that sharing your truth can light the path for others to find their way. The morning sun pours through the trees, spilling golden light across the park path. The air is fresh and slightly crisp, carrying faint scents of blooming flowers, damp earth, and the distant aroma of coffee from nearby carts. You clip the leash to your dog's collar, and almost immediately, it pulls excitedly, tail wagging like a tiny metronome. You laugh softly, crouching to scratch behind its ears. "Easy, buddy," you murmur, smiling as it jumps up again, nearly knocking you off balance. We have all the time in the world. No need to rush. Stepping onto the path, you notice children running past, their laughter echoing through the park, blending with the chirping of birds overhead. A few glance at you, whispering to each other, eyes wide with recognition. But they give space, and their parents guide them gently, respecting your privacy. Your dog sniffs every tree, bush, and patch of grass along the path. You chuckle, watching it explore with unrestrained curiosity. "Fame doesn't matter to her," you whisper softly. "To my dog, I'm just her best friend." From a distance, a little boy tugs at his mother's sleeve. "Mom, isn't that Selena Gomez?" he whispers. She smiles gently. "Yes, sweetie, but she's enjoying her walk, just like anyone else. Let's give her space." You overhear the exchange and smile quietly. Here, in this moment, you are not a celebrity. You are Selena, walking your dog, breathing in the morning air, and savoring the calm. A fan spots you further down the path, hesitating. They wave softly. "Hi. I love your music." You smile warmly and wave back. "Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day." They grin and step back respectfully. Moments like this make you feel seen without the burden of attention. Suddenly, your dog darts toward a group of ducks near a pond, leash straining in your hand. You laugh, running after it. "Hey, don't scare them, come back here." You kneel, scratching its ears once it settles, and it pants happily, tail wagging uncontrollably. As you continue strolling, The path winds through a grove of trees. Sunlight dances through the leaves, creating playful shadows on the ground. A couple walking their own dog smiles at you. "Such a cute dog," the woman says. "Thank you," you reply softly, smiling. "She keeps me company and makes every walk an adventure." The couple nods and continues on, and you feel the rare, beautiful normalcy of the moment. No cameras, no scripts, just life unfolding naturally. Your dog tugs eagerly toward a grassy hill, and you laugh, letting it lead the way. Children nearby are flying kites, and one kite string tangles in a branch. You pause, kneeling to untangle it, and the child thanks you shyly. "No problem," you say warmly. "It's always fun to help out." You continue along the path, watching sunlight glint off the pond. Your dog spots another dog and runs to greet it, noses sniffing, tails wagging. You kneel to pat both dogs, laughing softly at their playful energy. A young fan holding a small notebook waves from afar. "Selena," she whispers. You wave back, smiling. "Hi, enjoy your day." She nods enthusiastically and steps back, respecting your space. You feel grateful for moments like this, where admiration doesn't invade your peace. Your dog suddenly rolls in the grass, kicking up small leaves and blades of grass. You laugh heartily, brushing off the dirt from your jeans. "You really know how to make me laugh," you whisper, scratching its belly as it wriggles happily. Passing a bench, an elderly man smiles at you. "Morning," he says warmly. "Beautiful day for a walk, isn't it?" "Yes," you reply softly. "Perfect for fresh air and furry friends." Your dog bounds back to your side, leash taut, panting happily. You kneel, giving it one last scratch behind the ears before continuing. The park opens to a quiet path lined with flowers. Bees hum lazily among the blooms, and you pause to breathe deeply. The world feels gentle, grounded, almost magical in its simplicity. You notice the way sunlight glints off the petals, the way the breeze plays with your hair, and the way your dog pauses to sniff each flower with curious delight. A couple sitting on a picnic blanket waves gently. "Good morning, Selena," this woman calls softly. You smile warmly. "Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it?" As your walk continues, your dog sniffs at a small pond where ducks glide across the surface. You sit on a nearby bench, letting your dog rest beside you, its head leaning against your leg. The gentle ripples in the water reflect the sunlight, and you feel a sense of serenity wash over you. The park feels like a small sanctuary, away from the noise of cameras, crowds, and schedules. You watch families and friends enjoying their morning, children laughing, couples strolling, joggers passing by. A young boy waves shyly from across the pond. You wave back, smiling, and feel a quiet warmth knowing that even small interactions can brighten someone's day. Your dog suddenly spots a squirrel and darts after it, tugging the leash. You laugh, letting it chase for a moment before calling it back. Come on, let's stay together." It trots back, tail wagging, and you scratch behind its ears, feeling pure joy bubble inside you. As the path winds toward the park exit, you notice how the golden sunlight casts long shadows, how the wind carries whispers of laughter and conversations, how the world feels calm and comforting. You take a deep breath, appreciating the simplicity of this moment, the freedom to walk, to laugh, to enjoy the company of a loyal friend. A fan approaches shyly with a drawing of you and your dog. "I made this for you," they whisper. You kneel down, taking it gently. "This is beautiful. Thank you for sharing it with me. You are talented, and your kindness makes this day even brighter." Finally, as you near the park exit, you pause for a moment to look back at the path you've walked. The laughter, the sunlight, the gentle wagging of your dog's tail, all of it feels like a perfect morning. You feel gratitude, peace, and joy in your chest, carrying the warmth of these simple, precious moments. And now, as your dog curls happily by your side, sunlight warming your skin, and the gentle breeze brushes across your face, you feel it fully, completely, and proudly. You are Selena Gomez, joyful, grounded, compassionate, radiant, and deeply connected to the simple pleasures of life, the love of loyal companions, and the world that admires and respects the real, beautiful you. The evening starts softly, the sun having dipped below the horizon, leaving a gentle twilight glow in your cozy living room. The lights are warm and inviting, casting soft shadows across the walls. The aroma of pizza fills the room, mingling with the faint scent of popcorn from earlier. You can hear the faint hum of music in the background, a playlist filled with lighthearted tunes, perfect for a relaxed night in. Your friends are sprawled across the couches and floor, laughter spilling freely through the room. The table is cluttered, with half-finished drinks, pizza boxes, and board games. Dice clatter, cards shuffle, and playful banter bounces from one side of the room to the other. You reach for a slice of pizza, warm and cheesy, and take a bite. It's simple, comforting, and delicious. You glance around at your friends, noticing the way their eyes light up when they joke, teasing one another, and how your laughter mingles seamlessly with theirs. They see me as Selena the celebrity, you whisper softly to yourself, a smile tugging at your lips. My friends see me as Selena who cheats at Monopoly. You chuckle quietly, remembering the last game night when a few sly moves had everyone questioning the dice. But no one could stay mad at you. The room feels alive, filled with joy, comfort, and a sense of belonging that only comes with people who know you completely. You lean back on the couch, picking up a card and pretending to read it dramatically. Your friends groan and laugh simultaneously, some rolling their eyes, others teasing you mercilessly. You toss the card back onto the table, smirking. Okay, fine, you laugh. But I had no choice. That property was mine by all rights. One of your friends nudges you playfully. Sure, Selena, sure. We believe you. You laugh, feeling warmth spread through your chest. It's not about the rules or the games. It's about the energy, the connection, the shared moments of happiness that make these evenings unforgettable. The music shifts slightly, a soft track with gentle beats, perfectly blending with the chatter and laughter. You pick up a small stack of cards for the next game, shuffling them carefully but playfully, pretending to be serious while knowing you'll laugh at every ridiculous move that comes next. A friend accidentally knocks over a piece on the board, and everyone bursts into laughter. You hold your stomach, tilting your head back, completely immersed in the fun. The lights in the room catch the edges of the cards, the pieces, the scattered pizza boxes, creating a warm, cozy glow that makes everything feel magical. Seriously, you whisper to yourself, smiling. These are the moments I live for. Not the cameras, not the applause. This. Another slice of pizza calls to you, and you grab it, feeling the warm, soft crust in your hands. You bite into it, savoring the flavor, and glance at your friends, all absorbed in the little world you've created together. Board games, snacks, laughter. It's simple, yet it's perfect. You lean over to nudge a friend, whispering a joke. Only they would understand. They laugh so hard they nearly spill their drink, and you laugh along with them. It's effortless, natural, and completely freeing. Time seems to stretch in these moments. The outside world fades away. The paparazzi, the interviews, the endless responsibilities. Here, you are just yourself, among people who love you for exactly who you are. You catch a glimpse of yourself in a reflection on the window, smiling widely, and feel a warm rush of contentment. Even Selena has game nights, you whisper to yourself, shaking your head with a grin. Even I have nights like this. You glance around, taking in the expressions of your friends. Their eyes twinkle with mischief and joy, their laughter infectious. One friend reaches over to adjust the cards in your hand, pretending to cheat just as you had earlier. You laugh harder, shaking your head, letting yourself be swept into the fun. The game continues, each turn filled with playful tension, dramatic reactions, and endless jokes. You move pieces, draw cards, roll dice, and strategize with exaggerated seriousness, but every move is punctuated with laughter. The room is alive with warmth, light, and the unmistakable energy of genuine friendship. A moment comes when everyone pauses to take a bite of pizza or sip their drinks, and you lean back, taking a deep breath. You feel completely present, fully, immersed in the comfort and joy around you. These are the moments that linger. The quiet giggles, the shared jokes, the little acts of camaraderie that remind you of the beauty of being surrounded by people who truly care. As the evening winds down, you grab a blanket, draping it over your shoulders as you sink into the couch. The music softens, the laughter fades into quiet chatter, and the faint smell of pizza lingers in the air. You glance around at your friends, their faces glowing in the soft, warm light, and you feel a warm, unshakable comfort in this shared space. You pick up a stray card from the board game, twirling it between your fingers, and laugh softly at the memory of the little arguments, the playful cheating, and the jokes only you understand. A friend nudges you gently, smiling, and you grin back, feeling the gentle bond of connection that makes these moments unforgettable. The room is calm now, peaceful, yet still full of life. You lean back, resting your head against the couch, feeling completely at home, completely yourself. And in this perfect, quiet chaos of friendship, games, and laughter, you feel it clearly and completely. You are Selena Gomez, laughing freely, smiling brightly, feeling the warmth of your friends around you, and cherishing every little perfect moment of this night that belongs entirely to you. The backstage dressing room is dimly lit, the glow of vanity lights surrounding you like a halo. The faint scent of hairspray and perfume lingers in the air, mingling with the soft rustle of costumes and the quiet hum of pre-show excitement. You stand in front of the mirror, adjusting your outfit one last time, fingers brushing over sequins and fabric that shimmer under the warm light. You take a deep, steadying breath, inhaling confidence and exhaling nerves. Tonight is another night of music, connection, and magic. But it is also a reminder of everything that brought you here. The fans, the journeys, the emotions. They are all part of this stage, part of you. Okay, you murmur softly to yourself. This is it. Time to share everything with them. From the corner of the room, your tour manager gives a subtle nod. The sound of the crowd's distant roar grows louder, a heartbeat vibrating through the walls. You can feel it in your chest, a mixture of exhilaration and anticipation. Stepping toward the stage, you can hear the soft tuning of instruments, the rustle of crew members moving quickly yet carefully. The scent of the stage, slightly musty, slightly electric, fills your senses. Every detail heightens your awareness, sharpening your focus. As the curtains begin to rise, the audience erupts in cheers, a tidal wave of excitement washing over you. You feel their energy, see their hands waving in unison, hear their voices carrying over the music. Fans sing every word louder than you could, their passion echoing through the arena. You take the microphone, fingers tightening around it, and step into the spotlight. For a moment, the bright lights and sea of faces are overwhelming, but then you breathe in, grounding yourself. The music begins, and suddenly, all nerves dissolve. You are no longer just yourself. You are a vessel for every emotion, every dream, every story in the room. Good evening, everyone, you say softly, your voice carrying over the crowd. Tonight isn't just about me. It's about every heart, every dream, every story we share through music. The fans scream, singing along to every note. You glance out, noticing faces painted with emotion, some smiling, some with tears, some closing their eyes to savor the moment. You realize that these moments are not just performances. They are connections, bonds woven between your voice and their hearts. As the first song flows, you move across the stage with grace and energy. The lights sweep over you, capturing every motion, every expression. You feel the vibration of the music in your chest, matching the collective heartbeat of the audience. Sing with me, you call softly between songs. Let's make tonight unforgettable. They respond instantly, voices blending into a chorus that seems to lift the entire arena. Every cheer, every clap, every scream feels like a wave of love, and you absorb it fully, letting it carry you through each note. During a slower, more intimate song, you close your eyes, letting the lyrics flow from your heart. On stage, I'm more than me, you whisper under your breath, letting the words resonate. I'm every broken heart, every dream, every voice in this room. A fan in the front row holds up a sign that reads, "Thank you for being our voice." You point at it and smile warmly. And you are my inspiration. You give me purpose and courage every single day. The lights dim for the encore, and a hush falls over the crowd. The connection is palpable, almost sacred. You feel the weight of responsibility, the love of the fans, and the depth of your own emotions blending together into a single moment of pure artistry. A cheer rises as you begin the final song, your voice strong and confident. You move with ease, every gesture intentional, every note deliberate. The fans echo each word, creating a tapestry of sound that fills every corner of the arena. For these few minutes, there is only music, emotion, and connection. As the last notes fade, you stand at the center of the stage, catching your breath. The applause is deafening, hearts pounding in unison with yours. You wave, bow, and smile, feeling the warmth and love surrounding you. The lights dim, but the energy lingers, a memory that will carry long after the night ends. Backstage, you remove the microphone, breathing deeply and letting the adrenaline slowly subside. You feel exhilarated, grounded, and grateful all at once. The fans have given you their hearts tonight, and you have shared yours in return. And now, as you sit quietly in the empty dressing room, the faint scent of flowers and stage lingering around you, the energy of the night still humming in your veins, you feel it fully and clearly. You are Selena Gomez, radiant, courageous, and deeply connected to every soul who listens to your voice. A living reminder that music can heal, inspire, and unite the world. The city lights stretch endlessly beyond the hotel window, a glittering mosaic of motion and life. From this height, cars look like tiny toys, pedestrians like ants moving in organized chaos. The faint hum of traffic drifts up, mingling with the distant sirens and laughter from streets far below. You enter your room, closing the door softly behind you. The weight of the day, of the crowd, of the constant expectations, settles onto your shoulders. Your phone buzzes repeatedly, mentions, tags, notifications, messages. You glance at the screen for a moment, feeling the pull of curiosity and responsibility before decisively flipping it face down. I just need a moment, you whisper, sinking onto the soft edge of the bed. The satin sheets cool beneath you, and you stretch, letting your body relax. For a moment, there is no audience, no cameras, no flashing lights, just silence. Your assistant calls softly from the door, stepping in quietly. "Do you need anything, Selena?" "No, thank you," you reply gently. "I just need to be alone, for a bit, a little peace." She nods, smiling softly, understanding. "I'll be right outside if you need me." You close your eyes, listening to the faint rhythm of the city below, the distant music from a rooftop bar, the occasional bark of a dog in the streets. In this silence, you finally feel the luxury of being simply yourself. No expectations, no judgments, no noise. The phone buzzes again, and you feel the instinct to reach for it, but you resist. The notifications can wait. This is your time. You roll onto your side, looking out at the glittering skyline. The world is moving, but here, in this moment, you can pause. You reach for your journal on the bedside table. Its leather cover is worn, familiar, comforting. You flip it open and run your fingers over the blank pages, ready to release your thoughts. Pen in hand, you begin to write. Today was beautiful, exhausting, overwhelming. I sang, I smiled, I met people whose hearts inspire me. But now, I just want silence. A gentle knock interrupts your thoughts. You glance at the door, smiling slightly when you see your assistant's familiar face. "Hey," she says softly. "Do you want tea? Chamomile?" "Yes, please," you reply, voice quiet. Something warm and calming. She leaves, and you return to your journal, writing without censor. Memories of the day flow onto the pages. The laughter of fans, the squeals of excitement, the gentle embraces, and even the moments that felt heavy, that reminded you of the price of fame. You pause, pen hovering, and whisper to yourself, "The world never stops talking about me, but sometimes I just need silence." The tea arrives, warm and fragrant, filling the room with a soft herbal scent. You cradle the cup in your hands, feeling its warmth seep into your skin. Taking a slow sip, you close your eyes and let yourself simply exist, free from obligation or expectation. A notification flashes on your phone across the room. You glance at it briefly, but your gaze returns to the city lights. The messages, the mentions, the endless chatter. They can wait. Tonight there is only you, the glow of the skyline, the warm cup in your hands, and the comforting hum of life beyond the glass. You stretch again, reaching toward the window to pull back the curtain slightly. The city spreads before you like a living canvas, each light a story, a heartbeat. You feel both small and infinite in the same breath, realizing that while the world is vast and unending, you have this room, this moment, and this peace. Minutes pass in quiet reflection. You write a little more in your journal, noting feelings, fleeting thoughts, the small victories of the day, the people who inspired you, and the gentle reminders to be kind to yourself. Each word on the page feels like a soft exhale, a letting go of the weight you carry so often. Your dog, if nearby, might curl beside you, offering the unconditional companionship that only an animal can provide. Its warmth, its gentle breathing, reminds you that some bonds require no words, no social media posts, no acknowledgement, only presence. As the night stretches, you set the journal aside and lean back against the pillows, sipping the last of your tea. The room is quiet, the world outside vast but distant, and for the first time in hours, or maybe days, you feel truly alone in the best way possible. Calm, grounded, and restored. And now, as the skyline shimmers and the night embraces the city, you feel it fully, with clarity and peace. You are Selena Gomez, resilient, luminous, thoughtful, and tender. A soul who navigates the world with grace, strength, and the quiet courage to cherish moments of stillness amidst the noise of fame. The soft glow of your bedside lamp spreads warmth across your room, painting familiar objects in comforting shades of gold and amber. Outside, the city sleeps, though faint whispers of life persist. A car rolling down a distant street, the faint rustle of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze, the low hum of electricity that makes the world feel alive even in the quietest hours. You sink into your bed, the soft blankets wrapping you in a cocoon of safety and calm. Your dog, faithful and unassuming, curls up at your side. Its warmth presses gently against your arm, a subtle reminder of loyalty and companionship that requires nothing more than presence. You reach down, running your fingers through its soft fur, and whisper quietly, "You make the night feel gentler." Its tail flicks slightly, a tiny acknowledgement, and you smile, letting the calm wash over you. The soft hum of a carefully curated playlist fills the background, gentle and melodic. Each song carries memories, tiny reflections of moments both big and small. The music's rhythm becomes a balm for your mind, allowing your thoughts to drift naturally from the day into the expansive landscape of your life, your journey, your story. Tonight, you allow yourself to reflect deeply, letting your mind wander back to the moments that shaped you. the struggles and triumphs that make the woman you are. You think of your younger self, a girl with big dreams, stepping into the spotlight long before the world could truly understand her. The challenges of growing up under scrutiny, the pressure of public expectation, and the isolation of fame are memories that linger like faint shadows in your mind. You remember the nights filled with self-doubt, when anxiety weighed heavily and every decision felt scrutinized. You remember the moments when mistakes seemed impossible to overcome, when you questioned your worth and wondered if the world's expectations would ever allow you to simply be. Yet intertwined with those struggles are the victories, the small successes that felt monumental at the time. You think of the first song that truly resonated with people, the laughter shared with friends who knew you beyond the spotlight, the moments backstage when you could breathe, if only for a few minutes, and feel like yourself. Each triumph, each small win, each lesson learned built the foundation of the resilient, thoughtful, and inspiring woman you are today. A gentle smile crosses your face as you whisper softly to yourself, "I've fallen, I've stumbled, I've doubted, but I've also risen, I've learned, and I've grown, and that's enough." You lift your mug of chamomile tea to your lips, savoring its warmth, and take a slow sip. Its scent, soft and floral, mingles with the faint aroma of the blankets and your bedside lamp, creating a sensory cocoon that calms your mind. Each sip feels like a quiet affirmation, a reminder that the world can wait while you focus on yourself. Your thoughts drift to the people who have touched your life. Fans, whose letters brought tears of gratitude, friends who stood by you when fame felt heavy, family who offered unwavering support. You think of the impact you've had on others, the lives you've inspired, and a quiet swell of humility and pride fills your chest. Even in moments of doubt, you've created something meaningful. Something that reaches beyond the lights and cameras, something that touches hearts. The dog shifts beside you, nudging your hand with its nose. "I'm here," you whisper, scratching behind its ears. Its gentle warmth reminds you that love can be simple, that companionship does not need to be complicated or performative. It simply exists. Your mind wanders to the hard moments you've endured, public scrutiny, the rumors and judgments that felt relentless, the health struggles that tested your strength. You remember feeling vulnerable, exposed, and uncertain. But you also recall the courage it took to face each day, to keep creating, to keep showing up for yourself and for others. Each challenge strengthened your resolve. Each difficulty became a lesson in resilience, and each setback opened the door to personal growth and self-discovery. You close your eyes briefly and let yourself remember the first time a song you wrote touched someone deeply, the way a fan's tears mirrored your own emotions, and the silent promise you made to always use your platform with care and intention. You inhale deeply, letting gratitude fill your chest, a quiet force that steadies your thoughts. The playlist shifts to a slower, more contemplative melody. Its gentle tones fill the room, providing a backdrop for introspection. You hum softly, along, allowing the music to carry your mind through memories of joy and pain alike. You recall nights spent writing lyrics in your bedroom, pouring your heart into words that would eventually resonate with millions. You remember the laughter, the tears, the moments of doubt, and the exhilaration of creating something that was purely yours. Each memory brings clarity, a sense of perspective that only reflection in the quiet of night can provide. You think about the moments when the world seemed impossibly large and you felt small, and how those very moments became opportunities for growth, humility, and connection. You whisper a prayer, closing your eyes fully. Thank you for the laughter, the tears, the love, the lessons, the music, the people who believe in me. Thank you for giving me the strength to keep moving forward, even when I felt weak. Thank you for the moments of silence that remind me who I am, beyond the noise of the world. The dog curls closer, resting its head against your arm, and you feel the profound simplicity of presence. There is comfort in these small acts, in the warmth of shared space, in the knowledge that love and trust do not need words to exist. Your thoughts turn toward tomorrow, not as a burden, but as a new beginning. Tomorrow is another chance to create, to love, to sing, to laugh, to connect. You remind yourself that perfection is not the goal. Authenticity, effort, and courage are enough. You take a slow, calming breath, feeling the rhythm of your heart align with the gentle pulse of the night. Good night, world, you whisper softly, letting the words drift across the room. Tomorrow I'll try again, not as perfect, just as me. You feel the truth in those words, the reassurance that life is not about flawless performance, but about authenticity, resilience, and the quiet, steady courage to keep moving forward. As thus your eyelids grow heavy, you take one last look around your room. The warm lamp casts soft light over the familiar objects. Your journal, the blankets, your favorite mug, your loyal companion at your side. Everything feels safe, cherished, and comforting. You think back one last time to the journey that brought you here, the small victories, the big challenges, the lessons learned, the love given and received. You feel pride and gratitude, not just for the accomplishments, but for the resilience, empathy, and courage that carried you through each moment. You feel the fullness of your life, the highs, the lows, the ordinary moments, and the extraordinary ones. The playlist fades into a soft hum, the city quiets further, and your mind settles into a calm, gentle space. You feel at peace, grounded, and ready to drift into sleep. And now, as the night embraces the city outside and the warmth of your room envelops you completely, you feel it fully, deeply, and proudly. You are Selena Gomez, luminous, resilient, compassionate, deeply thoughtful, and endlessly grateful. A soul who has faced challenges with courage, celebrated successes with humility, cherished love and connection, and continues to shine with authenticity, grace, and strength. A reminder that even in the quietest nights, there is beauty, hope, and the promise of tomorrow. If you enjoyed this journey, subscribe to Calm Celebrity, like this video, share it with your friends, and comment below which celebrity you want to imagine being next. Your voice helps bring more stars to life in calm, immersive, and relaxing ways.